What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do another outreach breakdown on this guy. Hopefully I don't butcher his name. Face cam just disappeared. Charlie Plord, something like that. Alright, there we go. Charlie Plord. Sorry if I butcher your name. Disclaimer, got no issues with the guy. Just want to try and scale his brand. I outreached to him. He never answered back. So I'm going to take this as a failed outreach. Maybe he'll see my message later on and something will change. But we're going to go over my thoughts and the process of the outreach for him. So I got to open up a new tab actually. So we're gonna do that. History tabs, PC, open all. Alright, so we'll start off with how I found him. So I went to Instagram. This is how I find most of my outreach clients, or all of them so far. I'm trying to fix this to where the light there's no glare, so I'm gonna get up and fix that. Alright, so we'll just do phone light. That lighting is not that good, but alright. I found him on Instagram. That's where I find most of my outreach clients. And I found him. Let's see, I might have it open. Yeah. So I found him on Instagram. I help men stop wasting their full potential the fast way. To me, that's bland, but who cares? It's working. And then I saw DM me fit for info. And then I saw he has a free training, which I like. Free training, you can use that as a lead magnet to get more subscribers on the email list, which you can then market your main offer. Or you can just have that free offer to sell them a paid offer, like all within that same funnel. So you can give them the free offer and then redirect them to the paid offer on that same thing. But you come to his page, I saw he had a lot of results, which I like. Testimonials you can use on the landing pages. The lighting is terrible. You can use testimonials. Where could I set this up? No, that won't work. Sorry guys, we're having some difficulties. How about that? Alright, that's solid. So you can use testimonials for social proof. So when a new client comes to your page, they want to know, how can you help me? And has this helped others, right? If you have no proof, they're going to be skeptical because they're going to think either I'm the first one, or how do I know this works? It hasn't been used on anyone else. Why would it work for me? So testimonials help out a lot, and it shows he's getting results for people, which means it's a good product. Tip number 1 for selling products: sell good info products that actually generate results for the clients, or else you're wasting people's time, you're wasting their money, and that causes unhappy customers. Unhappy customers means less money. It's just a domino effect, all around bad. So first, find a good product. This product's solid, and he's getting results. He's got DMs of people talking well about the program. So I was like, alright, this is a good product. He's got 11K on Instagram. He's pretty small, but in the info space, you don't need too many followers to make a lot of money. And then I started watching his content. getting an idea of what works for him and what doesn't. And most of his videos with views, as you guys can see, are ones with abs, him shirtless. He's a fitness creator, so you kind of need that. But like, look, 454 likes, 185, and then you have one like this where there's no abs, no nothing, 25 likes, 249, 75. He may have showed abs in this video, but I literally wrote this down. When he shows his abs, he gets more views, kind of. So I was like, all right, if we're gonna like get his stuff out there, we need to focus on abs. So I wrote that down. But I looked through his content, looked through the comments, and just kind of got an idea of what his audience thought about him, what they thought about the product, that kind of thing. So after I did that, I went to his Linktree and saw, all right, he's got a Linktree, he's got a Discord, which is solid. A Discord means, sorry guys, I gotta move this. A Discord means he's got a community, a place for people to connect, which means they're talking about what they like, they're talking about what they don't like, and there's a place for everyone to connect and like grow together, which is really good for a community. So I went in his Discord. His Discord's solid. A bunch of free modules, which for someone who does work out, and this has nothing to do with him, that's solid. Like, he's doing a good thing for the community. He's got a bunch of free modules. He's got a coach, some coaches in there. I think they do free live calls. So I may be selling his program for him at this point, but it's a solid like group. And then I saw he's got a free training. So this is his free training page. I went to it. One, the page could just be a lot better, and that's what I focused on with this outreach. I learned how to use Figma a little bit and built him a page. But sorry guys, I saw his page could use some work. How to build muscle / lose fat with a busy schedule. That's like the front offer. What's calling out to your audience. So imagine, I think I've used this before in a YouTube video or a TikTok, but imagine there's a bus coming and it pulls out right in front of you. You're gonna stop because you don't want to crash. Same thing with your headline. When you call out, it calls out people to stop. You got to grab their attention, one, and then it's got to relate to the audience you're calling out, or else you're going to bring in a lot of people who don't need this product. So I have the free training. I don't see. All right, yeah, so we have it. And this is what happens after you sign up. He's got an opt-in form or a sign-up form, which is normal, that gets you onto this video. And this is VSL. I wrote notes for it, so I'll let you guys like read it and I'll talk about it. But he's got a VSL. Lose stubborn fat and build lean muscle in 90 days. So for me, I don't really like that because it's two different offers. You just first called out to people who want to lose fat and build muscle with a busy schedule, and then lose stubborn fat and build lean muscle in 90 days. Those are two different offers, but it doesn't really matter because it's a VSL, and most people probably won't read this. They might, though. Excuse me, guys. And then he's got to book a free call. And I like that because a free call, everyone wants free, but there could be some more information, I think, like below this, to kind of give them some answers, or like maybe a FAQ, frequently asked questions. I don't know, but I just thought this page could be better. So he's got some testimonials, which are good. You want that on a page where people have to make some kind of choice, because they'll see, all right, he got results, he can bring me results. But another thing I like is like all of his clients, like message him. He's got messages open, so you can text him, talk with him, get your answers, and they feel good talking to him, which is really good. They're excited to talk to their coach, which is how they should be. And he's getting results, and these people really enjoy what they're paying for. So I liked that a lot. So overall, I just thought this whole page could be redone. A testimonial, like the testimonials part is good, but I thought a little more information would make this solid. Maybe some bullets talking about what this has done for people. But the VSL does that for you. Really, the VSL sells the product. You don't need too much more after that. Overall, though, the page is good. I just thought it could be improved. So, another thing I forgot to mention. I went on here. I wanted to go to his YouTube, and the link didn't work. So something as small as that, you can lose conversions. Maybe they want to go to the YouTube to see what crazy value you're dropping, because he writes crazy value on the YouTube, and then you click it, bam. Alright, you may have just lost a sale just off of that, because you go to the video to maybe connect with the owner and see a little bit more of the insight, because usually YouTube channels are like the inside scoop on what's already going on, and they get a little bit more of that, and they see, alright, I like this guy, I'll buy from him. But when that doesn't work, now they have to go search it. That's more work, and that loses conversions. Alright, so we'll go to the Miro board. Alright, so when I came onto this page, I started taking notes, and I wrote down the different markets. So, first market is I help busy men get in shape, which was that first call out. Then he's teaching you how to get results and / getting lean. And then he talks about this. Sorry guys, I gotta get a tissue. Alright, so he talks about how coaching is based on accountability. What he's doing for you guys is being accountable. So I thought of that as like another market. He's just an accountability coach. But desires, I couldn't find too many desires being called out in his comments, but notions, in my opinion, are kind of like desires. But some main desires that we're calling out is I want to get in shape. So I didn't really need desires. If any of you guys are experienced, let me know if that's all right. I didn't see any desires, but maybe there were, and the notions I thought were good were actually desires. But a desire, or one of the notions I got, is I don't know what I want. That's what I saw in his comments. Another notion was, / a question, is do you help girls? I haven't seen progress in 2 years. But I just pretty much took that. I haven't seen progress in 2 years. The third one was, I want abs, but I'm not going to do the work, which that actually is kind of a desire. Another one I got was, how long does it take? So that means another desire would be, I want fast results. Usually if they want to know how long, it's probably on a quicker scale than long. Most people don't want to wait. You want stuff quick. That's just today's world, or that's just humans in general. And then when you're older, track your weight and cardio. Oh yeah, I saw someone say when you're older, you need to start tracking your weight and cardio, because I think he talks a lot about like not really focusing on tracking, and he someone in his comments said when you get older, you need to track your weight and cardio. So that's what I got from there. And then some issues I saw: free training copies planned, YouTube Linktree link isn't working, which I told you guys about, 2 different offers, which I told you guys about, and not taking advantage of email. That is probably the biggest issue I found, and the main reason why I did this. Most people, sorry for the background noise, guys, I can't control it. And not taking advantage of email is like the most important thing, because your email can bring you so many more conversions for so cheap, almost free, because he's already running an organic funnel. TikTok, then from the TikTok they go to the free training, then from the free training he's got your email. All right, now from that free training you book a call, and then he sells you on that call probably. And let's say you don't sell them on the call, now you have email. Now you can send them email to get them to buy your product if you do it right. You can screw up email very easily, but if you do it right, you can sell them through email. That is the biggest thing people don't take advantage of, is email. And I was like, all right, I can help this guy through email. I'm new to copywriting. If you guys look through my YouTube, you should know. And I know how important email is. And I know I could scale an email. So I was like, all right, email. We need to get some email running. But sadly, no answer. I might try and to message him on Discord or get his attention there, because I don't want to do that though, because that's for his community, and I don't want to come in with soliciting or loitering in his Discord. That's just gonna get me kicked out and bad rep. So I don't know. But now I had testimonials. I was like, when I write this copy, I need a basis. What do people like? What do they not like? All of his testimonials look good. Usually you wouldn't put a bad testimonial, but you could use it to your advantage, depending on how you angle it. But first, dieting is so much easier with the meal plan, which is good. That's what he's offering. Or I should kind of let you guys know what he's offering. So I'll go over here first. So this is what I got from the VSL. I made it very short. It was a 30-minute VSL. I narrowed it down. So he transformed from 100 pounds to 200 pounds lean in 3 years. He's confident, and this video is for those of you who are struggling. He's here to transform your body. Whether you're struggling to lose fat or build muscle, you won't have to spend hours in the gym or lose your social life. So the issue with that, because that was kind of his intro, I think, is you're calling out like 3 different offers at this point. He called out that main offer to get people onto the free training. Now that free training has another offer above it, and then he's got a 3rd offer in the VSL. It's all very different, and that can confuse your audience, your reader, and sometimes a confused reader will not buy, or most of the time they won't buy. So no good, no bueno. And what he's offering, that doesn't really, like, the VSL needs to be rewritten. I think if I were to come in, I'd rewrite his VSL. It's very authentic, very good. His brand is authentic, but the VSL and everything is just calling out so many different things. You want it to all like fit into a big circle. Like your copy, from the minute the customer reads like your headline to the minute they leave, they want one idea, and you're giving them like 4 different ideas, and that confuses them. Confused buyers don't buy. They want to know exactly what they need to reach this certain goal. And this goal is, I'm guessing, to lose fat or build muscle in an easy way. This is what they're getting, I think. But what he's really offering is something completely different. Or what he's offering, the unique mechanism is very different from what he's offering. So, this is not for, here we are. Keep your favorite foods, not for people who want results without effort. There are no shortcuts, no gimmicks. So he's letting you know you need to put in effort. If you're ready to lose weight and keep it off, this is for you. I was bullied. So this is his about me. Or like how he discovered the mechanism, how he discovered the product he's selling you. So I was bullied because I had no muscle mass in my legs. I couldn't work out because of an injury he got, and it motivated me. Or there's a gap in between this that I probably didn't write a note for, but he couldn't work out because of an injury. So all of this motivated him, and he started working out twice a day. Obviously, once the injury healed, and then he got another concussion, which left him bedridden for 4 months. Couldn't go outside. I think he said he couldn't see any light, anything. He had to be locked up from football. And it led him into a depressed and anxious state. He had to watch everyone progress while he was stuck. Watch friends, probably go to parties, have fun, build muscle, and he was stuck in the house. So, kind of like he's taking you through his, like what he went through. And then after this healed, he started working out twice a day. He bulked for 2 years and looked like this. And it was a photo of him, fat, bigger, and he wore baggy clothes because he was embarrassed. He couldn't look at anyone because he was so insecure, and realized he needed to invest in himself, which was coaching, mentors, that kind of thing. So he realized he had to build a program that allowed him to build muscle mass with little weight gain, which is a calorie surplus. You increase calories, usually you'll build muscle lean. I tried random workouts, random diets, doing more cardio, tracking everything, clean eating, relying only on motivation, and none of it worked. He would work out for fun, do random workouts, and believed he could eat anything with a lot of cardio. He wouldn't account all his foods, and clean eating was hard to keep consistent. So, in this state, he was only relying on motivation. When he realized it wasn't about doing more, but staying consistent, that's when things changed. So this is the belief switch, where you're taking them through the process of finding it, and then bam, here's where things change. It's the climax of a story. I felt tired of second guessing. I felt alone in my journey. And when he felt alone, this is where he finds the unique mechanism, which is flexible fueling. It allowed him to eat what he loves and still drop fat by tracking macros the smart way. Just results with real food. If you're eating less food than you burn, you will lose weight. If you want to grow, eat in a surplus. We use structure, not restriction. Add cardio to get extra calories out. So for those days you eat a lot more, add some cardio. I use these methods on my friends and families, and they got results too. So I'm assuming this VSL may have been before he had results, because, these testimonials in the VSL were on his friends and family. He didn't have any of the guys I showed you. So this must have been newer VSL or older VSL. Never mind. Never mind, guys. Right here is the testimonials. So, in the VSL, he's now starting to show people like his target audience. Ben had the excuses mindset. I messed up, so what's the point? I'll get back on track Monday. I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. This was one of his clients who he got results for, and he had a before and after photo of like before he found him, after, and then these were the issues they were having. And then Jace had the same excuses mindset. I don't have time, I can't say no, I'm not motivated. So this shows your clients, all right, this is you right now, and these were clients who were just like you at one point, and this is them now. And when they see that, they're like, oh, this is what I'm going to be like. So you give them an idea of what it's going to be like for them. So when you join, he mentioned that you receive a mindset repair system, which really is what he's selling. He's selling full on just accountability. He's not teaching anything new. It's all about positioning, and I've told you guys about this in my YouTube. Positioning is important. He's selling a weight loss system, but under a different mechanism. Instead of selling them a course on how to work out, or how to do this, or how to do that, he's selling them on accountability coaching. He's telling you, I'll make sure you eat all the good foods, or you eat the foods you like. I'll show you how to work out. I'll do all this. I'll hold your hand with you. And if you need me, text me. That's what he's selling them. But you don't have to give up the foods you love. You receive a mindset repair system, which is good. Their mind is so, mindset's not good right now. They're finding it hard to stay disciplined and do the good things that they know they need to grow. So they need some kind of mindset coach. And then he says, which is good for getting your clients thinking, is ask yourself, why haven't you achieved your dream physique? All right, that gets you thinking, why haven't I achieved it? That answers the questions they need answered without you doing it. And those questions get answered, and then he says, what if I gave you the exact blueprint to achieve a six-pack? This stuff will change your life. And he says, I'll give you your money back whenever and work with you for free until you achieve your goals, which is a risk reversal, letting them know, all right, you don't like it, something doesn't work, you get your money back. This is for you if you're lacking progress, if you lack consistency, lack structure, or lack support. He's just calling out the offer. This is another different call out, but maybe I'm confusing myself. Maybe these aren't different offer call outs, but I feel like they are. Why you failed in the past, or this will help you if you failed in the past. Oh, he's saying, if you failed in the past, you'll stop doing it all wrong. You won't be struggling to do it yourself with only willpower and motivation. He's telling them, willpower, motivation, it's not going to get you to those fitness goals. I don't know why my computer autocorrects with Ninja when I put your. It's weird. But you're stuck and you keep getting conflicting info, which is true. The entire industry is filled with advice. You need structure. Why is this course different? It's sustainable, world-class expertise, no perfect time, strategy, and flexible fueling, which this doesn't fit in right, but he's saying course is sustainable, world-class experience, expertise. We've got a killer strategy, flexible fueling, which is a new mechanism they've never heard about, and then there's no perfect time. Start today. You need to drop the ego, face the gap, get accountability, and stack small wins. And then he offers a free plan at the end of the VSL. Even if you don't buy into his course, he'll build you a free plan for free. Keep it, try it, and that ultimately will probably sell them later on. So, a lot of this VSL could be changed, but I didn't go through it because I wasn't going to spend the time rewriting a VSL that wasn't going to be acknowledged. It was going to be a lot of time. I was already rewriting the landing page. I was like, all right, pick one. So, I guess I'll show you guys the outreach, even though I should show you the next part. So, I came in and said, hey Charlie, the change you're bringing to the fitness community is awesome. As someone in it, I've seen the low quality information. You're doing a lot for people, and I'd like to return the favor for you. One that will bring you more money into your pocket. One that will bring more money into your pocket. Honestly, that could have been better, but I'm not worried about it. I grow brands like yours through copywriting. I take your bland text that lacks the drive and emotion needed for conversions and add a twist to it that will make people buy. I looked through your funnel and saw that your email list is not being used. If we make changes to that, you'll already have a lot more money in your pocket. But because I wanted to make a good impression, I made a free landing page for you with decent copywriting that you can check out below. I wrote based on your testimonials, VSL, and your comments, but with the right information, I can create a killer landing page. It also looked like your VSL could use some work, which I would be willing to do, but overall, solid work. By now you should be able to tell that I'm asking for a chance. I would like to work with you for free to build up my skills, make you more money, and if all works well, we can talk about payment. If you like what you see and are interested, message me back here. Thanks, Christian. And then I said, my bad, I can't send photos in the chat. If you leave me your email, I can send it to you there. So, what I did is called out the main issues I saw and how I can fix them. And I also let him know that I would rewrite the VSL because I was willing to rewrite the VSL for free just to prove myself. And then if it worked out, we could figure out some kind of plan to work together, but didn't work out. So my outreach could have been better. I think one thing with copy is you want it to flow smoothly. When stuff like stops abruptly and then flips, it just doesn't flow. Because when I saw this, one that will bring more money into your pocket, and then I could have added some other benefit, and then I grow brands like yours through copywriting. Honestly, I think my outreach was solid. I came in, I sound like a human, I'm not a robot. I'm giving him like props on what he's doing good and what he's doing bad, and telling him, alright, I can fix this. But the issue is, he just never saw it. So if he ends up seeing it, then that's a chance for me to help out. But that's where we were at on the outreach. Now we're going to go into Figma, and I'm going to reveal to you guys the ultimate landing page. So, here's his VSL. You guys probably saw this. Now, keep in mind, I have no Figma experience until this project. It does look a little crappy, but it's pretty good for a first run. So, I put his VSL at the very top. One thing I would have already changed is put the headline right above the VSL. That was a bad call. But for the headline said, this new hack called Flexible Fueling makes achieving your fitness goals effortless because of this one thing. So I called out the unique mechanism. They've never heard of it. Excuse me, guys. So, I called out the unique mechanism. I've never heard of Flexible Fueling. I guarantee most of his customers have never heard of Flexible Fueling, or his audience. So, I called that out instantly because that puts them on edge. curiosity. What's flexible fueling? What is this? How is this going to help me? And then I used those dots to build curiosity, but I also built curiosity by saying, because of this one thing. What's this one thing? They'll go through and read it until they find it. So if you're keeping them intrigued, interested, you've got to keep the curiosity going. If you don't, they're going to click off. Sometimes customers want the answer. They won't buy because you use curiosity. I've seen it where they're like, come on, dude, just tell us what it is. So right here, I wrote that based off of pretty much everything I wrote was based off of the VSL and the testimonials. So I'm going to give you guys what he was offering. So this was on his Instagram. My Miro is very laggy on my laptop. I would film on my desktop, but I have no camera. Maybe I could set up the Osmo and that might work. But right now, he's offering a custom training plan, custom nutrition plan, weekly one-on-ones, daily accountability, text access, demo videos, private community access, mindset and habit support, lifetime access to videos, and he'll teach you how to train, eat, and live. And you'll understand everything to where you could coach someone else and change your life in 90 days. So, a lot of different things, but overall, this is one main offer. He's offering a bunch of these smaller things, but he's a fitness coach, an accountability coach. So, some good things I saw was lots of testimonials, and he's actually providing results. So the testimonials. Dieting is so much easier. The information is going to change lives. My energy levels are already increasing, which I like. When you're making people feel good about buying your product, that's good, right? They're happy, and they're enjoying the product. That's what you want. You don't want to sell a product that people hate. So these are good things. Journaling, goals made everything easier, and we can also use this stuff for his content. You could literally put a headline: journaling goals made everything easier, in quotes, headline, on a blank, or you could put that in quotes: journaling made everything easier, on a TikTok video, and say, this is what so-and-so said, and here's why you guys need to start journaling. And these are small things that you can test. At the end of the day, we're just testing and finding what works. I don't know what works for him, and we've got to figure it out. And if I was working for him, I'd be testing out of the act. Like, we would be bam, 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 because we got to see this stuff. These are people saying what this product did good for them. If we're not using this for content, what are we doing? These are your customers. These are the same reason why other people are going to buy, for these exact reasons. So why not call them out in the content? Journaling goals made everything easier. Your plan lit a fire under me. People ask how I'm losing fat so fast. That is a crazy testimonial that we call out in a video. Bam. I've dropped 6 pounds from removing snacking. Eating more protein made me feel full and stop snacking. Listen to your advice, and I didn't feel like a bitch. I had more energy from cutting bad food. Your honesty made me change. He's honest. That's solid. That is something you look for when you're selling other people's products and selling good products. Honesty. This guy's doing good for the community, and I like that. I don't want to sell bullcrap. He's doing good for people, and I like that. I don't hate what I see in the mirror because of consistency. Your tough love made the difference. He's being realistic with them. That's good. You don't want to nurture, and never tell them exactly what they need. If you're soft and don't tell them what they need, they're going to leave. You got to be accountable, and he's doing everything right. I'm not hiding under a hoodie anymore. I don't know why it says hoodine or hoodine anymore. Your no excuse mindset has allowed me to progress. Stop chasing motivation and use structure. That's another thing. So, overall, his clients are happy. Now, most people don't include bad testimonials or bad things, but I didn't see anything bad in the comments. I couldn't find anything bad. So far, it looks like he's just helping people, and that's good. You're always going to have some customers who aren't happy. They're unsatisfied, and they'll slander your name on the internet. But so far, it looks like he has none, which is perfect. So everything looks fresh and looks good. And I was very happy reading through everything. Like, I knew I could sell his product because everything's there. It just needs to be enhanced. Like, just things need to be done better. But everything's there. He's built the foundation, and I would come in and just build it better. Am I 100% I can do this? No, but I have the confidence and I have the ability from the skills I've learned to at least try. And if I don't pay. Simple as that. And I'm going to do it for free off rip. You're not paying for crap. But I just wanted to come in for free, see if I could scale him. And that's when we come on to the landing page. So right here, I already called out this headline, but we'll say it again. This new hack called Flexible Fueling makes achieving your fitness goals effortless because of this one thing. And then I said, imagine making progress in fitness without sacrificing the foods you enjoy. Whoa! People are excited for things like that. Fitness is probably the hardest thing ever because of diets. I would say that's probably the number one thing that makes it hard is dieting. For me, that wasn't an issue. I'm fast metabolism. I can eat whatever I want. Build some muscle. Stay lean. It's good for me. But for these guys, their issue is they want to make progress in fitness, but it's hard for them to eat those diets, those boring diets, and do that kind of thing. So I was like, all right, we're going to call out this. Flexible Fueling, it's unique. People have never heard about it. They're going to keep reading. And then imagine gets the mind thinking. All right, imagine this. When someone tells you imagine it, you start imagining. Imagine making progress in fitness. These people haven't seen progress. They may have seen progress and they quit. So now you're calling out progress. They want to see progress. And then they see sacrificing the foods I enjoy. I can keep eating the granola bars. Well, granola bars aren't bad, but I can keep eating the fast food, the milkshakes, and still make progress in fitness? What? And then I call out what this will help them unlock. The killer mindset. Honestly, I may have screwed this up. This is kind of confusing. And I should have kept going, I feel like, because I instantly go, I don't know. This is why I need a coach. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. And it may have been too early, but I never tested it, so we don't know. But what Flexible Fueling will help you unlock? The killer mindset. No longer will you say just one more time, or I'm not motivated. You'll rewire your brain so that negativity motivates you. You'll own your brain. I could have continued it. I didn't. But if you guys remember, this section, this just one more time or I'm not motivated, came from the testimonials. This is what people were saying. So if I'm calling out what people were saying, it helps out. Because those same people who said that are going to be the same people buying. The same issues, they'll see themselves in that. Bam. The Delicious Diet Framework. I try and come up with those cool, intriguing names. I'm not very good at it, but the Delicious Diet Framework. I will help you create meals that make eating simple. Want to slack off today and eat some chocolate? Go ahead. I'll create the plan perfect for you. Again, I could have added on and said, go ahead, I'll create the perfect plan that allows you to eat the junk and eat the healthy meals all at the same time. The effortless six-pack. Oh yeah, and also, the reason I'm calling out the Delicious Diet. because we just said you can eat whatever you want. So the chocolate part lets them know, all right, I can eat chocolate and still gain muscle. Bam. The effortless six-pack. The secrets to achieving your own six-pack will be revealed. Forget the advice you hear on social media. With my 3 years of expertise, you'll be in the mirror wondering, when did I have a six-pack? I think that's solid too, because in the VSL, he called out influencers giving advice. All this advice is confusing you and not allowing you to achieve your goals. So I made sure, all right, the advice, no more advice. I've got 3 years of expertise doing this. You will be in the mirror wondering, why or when did I have a six-pack? You'll see it and be confused. Like, wow, this works so well. And then I emphasized real coaching. The days of your coach just telling you what to do vanish. Around here, we do weekly one-on-ones, and you'll also have the ability to text me whenever you need for any issues you're having. See, guys, this is a big issue. I just talked about this on my video. Coaches are no longer coaches. They give you a framework and then they disappear. They don't coach you. They're not doing accountability. They'll give you a course, a plan, whatever, and leave you dry. Simple as that. He does real coaching. We have real results of the coaching he's providing. So, bam, real coaching. In a like-minded community. Enjoy community with people just like you, guys who want to grow and become their best version, not waste another day of their potential. And then this kind of just says, all right, people around me, because you guys probably have heard the saying, the 3 people you hang around is who you are, all right? So you call that out. They probably heard it, maybe they didn't. But when you're around a bunch of people who strive for the same goal, it motivates you. So now you're motivated around people just like you. And I'm in the community and I do see people are motivated. So I wrote about that. And then I came down here and put a little testimonial box because this was a wireframe. There's like 2 different kinds of wireframes. I did like the full one where you like put in photos and all that. It wasn't just boxes, text, photo. No, I actually filled it in. So I put, your plan lit a fire under me, and people ask me how I'm losing fat so fast. People see that testimonial, they're gonna be like, all right, I need this. After everything you just told me, all right, I need this. And then I put another headline, flexible fueling will help you reach your fitness goals. But first, stop eating all of those boring foods. Because I'm reiterating on the fact you don't need to eat these plain, sorry guys, that's my chair. I'm not farting. But I'm letting them know you don't need to eat boring foods. You don't have to eat the chicken and rice, even though I do like chicken and rice. You don't have to eat the chicken and rice. You don't have to eat the vegetables. Eat the junk. You will reach your goals. Keep eating junk. If you could succeed at anything you try, wouldn't you try it? That's what I'm promising. I will help you succeed in fitness and reach that dream body you desire. But you have to do me a favor. Don't wait. I want to help you reach your goals today with my framework, flexible fueling. If you guys have read the Robert Collier letter book, he talks a lot about the favor, and I've seen it work on his what is it called? Like his sales letters. He used to say, like, can you guys do me a favor as the headline, and people would buy. It works. But I said, but you have to do me a favor. Don't wait. I want to help you reach your goals today. And this brings some urgency. Lets them know you got to get this right now. I didn't use any gimmicks like there's only a couple more spots left. None of that. I just kept it calm and smooth with my framework, flexible fueling. And then I reiterated 3 most important things you will learn. You'll discover the hidden factors hijacking your mindset and how to remap your brain for success. I probably shouldn't have said success and mentioned something more in fitness, because that's probably confusing them. Like, is he selling me a money course or fitness? Which one is it? The confusing world of fitness will be tailored for you. Whether you want to eat a burger or skip a workout, we can plan something that works for you. I think that's solid. That is very solid because I think the main thing he's selling, or the main thing we should sell off of, is flexible fueling. It's a unique mechanism. I've never heard of it again. And it's different, which different sells. People have heard of all the dieting and all these workouts and all this. Tell them about something they don't know. Flexible fueling. Here's something you don't know, and here's why you need it. So I think that sells. And then most importantly, you'll learn the secrets to build a body worth looking at. No more hiding under hoodies or running from eye contact. Guys, if you guys remember that testimonial, or that thing he called out, he always wore hoodies. He would run from eye contact. His customers are probably having the same issue. So why not call it out? I don't have too much research. I have his testimonials, and they weren't really calling out these things, but I'm just working off of the VSL for most of this. So if I had some better research, maybe I can make it better. I don't know. And then I said, it took me 3 years to learn these secrets. Most people hear them and wonder, where have these been my whole journey? They turn fitness from this boring mess into an event you look forward to every day. This kind of instills like some motivation in them and says, all right, this thing that I dread and run from every day will be something I love and look forward to each day. And then I just said, it's today the day you make a change. Book a call, free plan included. And then I put students enjoying flexible fueling, and I put all of his testimonials. But I honestly think this is one of my better pieces of work for a landing page. This is my only wireframe I've ever done. It's not terrible. I didn't have a swipe to look at to build it. I'm starting to build one now, but I think it was pretty good. And I know I'm probably pretty biased because it's me, and I don't have another coach looking down on me telling me, hey, fix this, fix that. But honestly, for my first work, I don't think it's terrible. And the copy, I think, is solid. Gary, let me know how it looks. I'm joking, guys, but Gary Halbert is the GOAT. And, I mean, he would tell me right off the bat if it's good or not. But I like Gary Halbert's style of writing, and that's what I try and instill in my writing, is that Halbert, that humanistic, I think that's a word, that human-like writing. Because nowadays it's very professional, especially in the health world. People are, well, if you don't eat 200 calories like this and eat this meal and do that, then it's so robotic. That's the only way I can put it. It's robotic, and I try to instill that human writing. People like that. People buy from people. They don't buy from robots. Nowadays they're buying from robots, but people like that copy that makes them feel human, and they like that the joking and this and that and the curiosity. So I try to really keep that Halbert style writing because that's what keeps the copy like good. Obviously, you'll have your projects where you gotta be more like serious and keep that scientific style writing and terms, but for this I tried to keep it very flowy and loose. But I think I transformed what he had a lot. And again, that may be biased. For those of you who are in copywriting or do any kind of like work in marketing, let me know what you think, because I need some critiquing just as much as anyone else. I'm just here to show you guys what works, or not what works, but what I did, the process. I know there's some more explanations I could do. It will get better. I'm just showing you guys what my mindset was, what works, what didn't. Maybe I should record me actually doing the thing so I can get the raw, like what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. Maybe that would be better than these sit down style videos, but let's see if I'm missing anything. No. I don't think so. So we'll go back to the Myra and see. Oh yeah, this is that call out I told you guys about. Right here. It's just alone. Abs get more views. That's what I saw though. Abs get more views. And I checked his TikTok. This might be his TikTok. It is his TikTok. Stalking these people down. But look. The proof is in the pudding. Right here. Abs. 900. One of his most viewed videos though was abs. Bam. 15,000 views. So I was like, alright, we need that. This one, 16,000 views. Abs. So honestly, I think he's selling abs, but he's selling so many different things. You can honestly just pick one and try and market whichever one you'd like. At the end of the day, you gotta test, right? We could test a headline. I'm gonna think of one for you guys. So we could say, this routine, or this secret hack gave me abs in 3 months without eating any special foods, without eating any special diets, or any special routine. I guess we could go with something like that. Alright, that's for the abs. And then if we wanted to focus on the diet, well, that was for abs. And I mentioned the diet. Or you could say, this tasty diet helped me achieve the body I dreamed of in 3 months. Something like that. But really, it's testing. You don't know until you're in there, and I'm not in there. I'd have to test different headlines, different things, and just see what works. Because the reason people are buying may not be the reason I think. And that's a big thing with copywriting. Like, what you think looks good may not be what your customers like. This wireframe, I like it. It looks good. Customers may hate it. May not make them buy at all. May lower conversion rates, but I think it looks cool. That doesn't mean they think it looks cool. You can't do things that you think look cool. You've got to do what they like. This, I'm assuming, is a younger generation, so they like the more stylish stuff, but don't do what you like. Do what they like. You're pretty much satisfying their needs. That's what you're doing. So a headline I think's good may not sell. A headline they like will sell. So you've just got to test and find what works, and that's what I would have to do to actually get in the business and know what works. But this is what I'm doing on the outside view, what I saw I could do. So I think this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tried to drop some value, some sauce, and give you guys an idea of what it looks like to do these outreach projects. I also try to show you guys what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing good. Show you what you guys can do better. If you guys see me doing something wrong, run the other way. Do not follow me. Do not follow me. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You got some kind of a value from it. Right now I'm trying to give value, but I'm not very good at explaining. So I don't know, I gotta work on it, but I try to get these videos and make them good. So we're hitting at about an hour now, so pretty long video. If you guys stay tuned, then you got really good attention spans. You probably don't brain rot. Good for you. For those of you who liked the video, please like it. This is the one time I'll ask for a like. I just spent an hour, but if you didn't like it, dislike. Just hit the dislike button now. Do it. Get it out of the way. I'll cry about it later. And if you think anyone else could use this video, share it. But yeah, this is the end of the video. And also, if you guys need someone to do work for you, hit me up. I'm a freelancer. I've got no work. So if you guys see this and think, alright, he can help me out, sign me up. Or just give me a form, everything filled out. I'll put my signature, bam, I work for you. I want to get in the game, want to make some good results. So guys, if you need someone, let me know. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, great night. Peace.